Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on the next 5 prompts in my childhood documented series. So if you haven't seen this before, I made a prompt list that I shared on my Instagram a couple weeks ago, and I will link that below if you want to check it out. But it's basically just a list of about 20 things to get your memories flowing and get you to document some of those childhood memories. So the majority of the things that I included were kind of pop culture references, like things that I could just look up online without having to have actual photos of myself. But I could still document things that I enjoyed from my childhood. So the 5 that we will be working on today are favorite cartoons, snacks, collections, 90s crush, and mixtape. So in no particular order, I'm not exactly sure the order that I included them on the prompt list. I'm just kind of going with whatever flow works for me in my album. Now, for cartoons, of course, I included some of the classic Nickelodeon cartoons. I mean, you could go on forever with Nicktoons, but I included Doug, Rugrats, As Told by Ginger, and Hey Arnold, which were some of my favorites, Doug being my ultimate favorite. But I also included Recess and Pepper Ann because I definitely remember checking those out from one Saturday morning, and I loved both of those shows as well. So I did the same thing, the same process that I've been doing throughout, where I've already picked out my paper. I'm using the Vicki Boutin Color Study Collection. I've already cut the paper to size, and then I have stamped out my titles. I'm using 3 different stamps from Heidi Swapp, and then I've printed my pictures, decided the size and everything, and printed off my journaling. And here I went ahead and cut my journaling into strips. So I was basically just trying to make sure that this video went out this week, and I was kind of running behind because I ran out of my computer ink and all of that. So you know how that goes. So I do a lot of prep work before on these. So whenever I do put everything together, it's a really quick and easy process. So for cartoons and snacks, I actually did put those together as kind of like each just a 1-page spread. And I tried to make them coordinate. There's a lot going on, but I think it still, works good enough. Everything's glued down and it's staying where it is. That's for sure. But in the book that I'm using, which is the Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters mini album, it only has, I don't know how many actual pages, but there's not enough for me to do all 20 prompts in there. So I have to kind of combine a couple of them to make sure that I have enough pages in the album. So for snack time, this one was really fun. I basically just tried to think of some of my favorite snacks as a kid, some of those kind of like iconic 90s snacks. So I included String Thing, Toaster Strudels, Dunkaroos, Flintstones Push Pops, Bagel Bites, and Gushers, all of those kind of things. So that was really fun to find all of those pictures. And another good idea, like if you just need kind of a refresher, I kind of Googled some classic 90s junk food and kids food and stuff, and it will give you those ideas, for triggering your memories, and then you can print those off. So that was fun. So since this book is getting pretty chunky at this point, I mean, it will not close at all, and I still have 5 more prompts. It's a little difficult to work out of, so you'll notice for several of these, I do work first on the page, and then I'll glue in the completed page afterwards. I don't do that for all of them. I don't think that I do for this one, actually, but you'll see you can always do that. If it is kind of difficult to work out of, then you don't have to kind of work in a big chunky bubbly book. You can do it and then paste it in afterwards. So for this prompt, I did collections. So I've always been like a person that has collected stuff, and I've always just had a lot of little trinkets and little things. But whenever I was younger, I definitely, had the things that I like to collect, and one of them was definitely My Little Pony. And I decided, I found this cool picture online of these My Little Ponies, so I thought that I would just blow that picture up and use it as just one photo instead of doing an entire list of multiple photos, because I didn't include My Little Pony in my toy section. But of course, I also collected Polly Pockets and Pogs and Pez dispensers and lots of things, Barbies and stickers, and the list goes on and on. But I thought that I would just talk about mostly the My Little Ponies, and I loved that photo. So once again, I stamped out my title. I'm adding my journaling, and then I will add my little stickers and my punched out stars and all of that. So for this one though, what I have on camera, so I was working on this pretty late at night, and I had a TV date with my mom and dad where I was going to go watch a TV show with them. So I was kind of in a time crunch, and honestly, I was a bit stressed because I wanted to get this done. So I just started putting down stickers, and even though to me it looks fine now, I really didn't like it. So the only thing that's going to change in the final pictures at the end, some of those stickers are going to be different. So I did actually reprint the photo and re-stick my stickers down. So you'll notice that at the end if you see that it's a little bit different. I also added some of the punched out stars because at this point I had not added that onto that page. So my next prompt is 90s crush. So I had to do JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I loved Home Improvement, and of course he was the voice of Simba, and I just feel like he really is very like 90s vibe type heartthrob kind of guy. So I had to include JTT. So I just found a picture that I really liked with the backwards hat and the plaid and all that kind of stuff. And I printed it off once again to be a full size photo. So I think that the full size is maybe like a 5.2 by 7 or something roughly. That's what I'm printing them out as. So I can just print them right out on my regular printer. And then you'll notice that magically the 90s crush, the background color changed. So they were kind of a blue, and I really didn't like it. It needed a pop. So I went and re-stamped 90s crush on a piece of pink and orange Vicky Bouton paper. And even though it's subtle, I just think that it looks a lot better. And then I included JTT. And since it was only 3 letters, I did several exclamation points, which I think is pretty cute. And then I'm adding on my journaling again. So I really love these where I have the white background because it really makes it fun to add all of my little stickers and doodles and the star punches and all of that. And it's just really fun. I just really want this to look like a fun, colorful notebook that maybe I would have had as a kid, something like that. So I've really enjoyed documenting all of these prompts, and I can't believe that I'm almost finished. So I will just have one additional video next week that will have the next 5 prompts along with a flip through of the completed album. And I think I may read the journaling to you. I've had a couple people mention that maybe I should do that. So I'm thinking about reading my journaling since you can't really read it in the video. So we'll see if anyone likes that, but I might do that as well. So you'll see that I started to punch out some of the large stars, and I really like the way that looks whenever I doodle inside of them. And I don't know, it just reminds me of being a kid with a Jelly Roll, like white pen, and just adding little doodles to paper. So I really enjoy that. And I love the way the sticker sprinkles look over on the side with the picture of JTT. So I really like the way these turn out with the large photo. I think that's kind of my favorite look. And then lastly, I'm doing Mixtape. So of course, there's so many ways that you could document, favorite songs. And for me, I actually didn't really specify specific songs by each one of these artists. I just decided to just make it a little more broad, and I just included CD covers of some of my favorite CDs as a kid. And then I just did mention, a little bit in my journaling about some specifics, but of course you could do an actual just playlist of like different songs that you would want on your CD. There's so many ways that you could do this prompt and all kinds of other prompts. Like as I have been working on this, I've thought of a few others that I could have added. I know one of them was 90s power couple, and I wish I would have done a power couple. If I did, I probably would have to pick Zach and Kelly from Saved by the Bell. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll make another prompt list like in a year or so, and we'll do it all over again with a bunch of different prompts. Who knows? So this one, I decided to go with the circle that I have done several times throughout the album. So I added my journaling underneath my title with the circle, and then I am adding some more stickers. So I really like the way this looks. I did only add my stickers on this side with the journaling. I felt like the other side had enough going on. I think I might add maybe like 2 little stars, but I don't add much. And I love that that sticker sheet had little tiny CDs, and I had some little yin yangs and stuff. So I really love the way that the stickers look, and they're just really special, and I love looking at them. So this is the last one that we will be documenting today. So I hope that you enjoyed this, quick and easy little video. I know that they're pretty fast, but I'm literally doing the same exact techniques over and over. So I know that you guys don't want to just watch me stick down each and every letter, but I hope that you've been enjoying these videos. I hope that it's inspired you, or at least gives you a little bit of entertainment and something fun to watch. But it's been a super joy for me, and I've really liked documenting all of these fun things from my childhood. So if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing if you haven't. And I'll be back at you soon with another video. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you so soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.